Are robots doing better at our jobs than us? Here's why I think Roblox GFX just went out of style, and what you can expect in the future. Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we have a pretty scary topic just in time for October, and that topic is AI. Now what I'm about to show you guys is innovative, but will scare all freelance GFX artists. What can we expect in the future? Stay tuned for the answers to your questions. We got a new segment in our videos. Now, diving right into things, we're going to be talking about Dolly 3. Hopefully that's how you pronounce it. Dolly 3 will create captivating GFX for your Roblox games and completely eliminate outsourcing. Like, you don't need to go find a GFX designer. And you can have something in the matter of seconds for free with one click. Dolly 3 is a new AI image generator that's actually insane, especially for Roblox. It seems to be the only one who actually knows what Roblox is and can generate things that look very similar. Simply feed it a prompt, click generate, and you'll have 4 images to choose from. We'll get into all of how it works in just a second, but we have a little bit more nerd stuff to talk about. The program itself is very easy to use. In the past, we had something called Astro Blocks to generate game icons and thumbnails, and it was cool, but you could very clearly tell they were AI. There was a lot of mess ups, and the style wasn't really too consistent with Roblox. Dolly 3 is creating some very amazing GFX that catch players' eyes and are getting a lot of attention on Twitter right now. Now you get 100 credits for absolutely free. This means you can hit generate 100 times, and each time you get 4 images. That means you can generate 400 images every single week. I think they have a pretty healthy balance on that number. Kinda like the whole 600 tweets a day. Nobody really hits that. So it doesn't matter if it's the number. However, you can very easily get lost in generating and just waste all your credits. Get to the point! What kind of icons can it make, RoBuilder? I see what you guys are asking. Let's get into it. You already know the first thing I want to try to generate is the perfect dream game icon. So we're going to type in some motorcycle related prompts and see what we can do. As you can see, I've generated some in the past and they turned out incredible. Now we're going to use this prompt. A motorcycle stunt rider driving through the city in the style of Roblox. All we do now is click create, and check this out. In just a few seconds, we'll have 4 game icons to choose from. All right, so these ones look somewhat okay, but didn't really capture the Roblox style. As you can see, when I generated these, Roblox Trick or Treat Scary, it looks like Roblox. When I generated these, Roblox avatar named RoBuilder. I had to see if AI knew who I was, all right? Little something. It looks like Roblox. So we're gonna try to generate one more time with a better prompt and see if we can get anything better than this. And just like that, a couple seconds, we have 4 new images, and this guy looks like a Lego guy, but this one kind of looks Robloxy, and so does this one. Just so cool, man. Now, the dream game is obviously gonna have GFX from like a professional, not from AI, but I did think it would be fun to see what this could do. Let's go ahead and do something for Halloween. Something very basic. Let's say Halloween haunted house simulator icon. Make sure we add Roblox. Now, since our prompt didn't have player or anything like that, it didn't add one, but these look very, very cool. I think this one's my favorite. Now, there's no refresh button, so if you want to make new images or generate a new 4, you have to click create again, and it will use another one of your credits. But if you just refine the prompt a little bit each time, you'll get closer and closer to what you're looking for. Let's go ahead and generate one more icon that we may actually end up using. This one will be for my game Selfie Simulator. Not out yet, but it's on the way. As you can see, other than a few small things, these GFX are pretty high quality. Now, of course, AI always has its bugs. I think this first one is my absolute favorite, but whenever AI tries to hold something, it just doesn't work. So he's got a camera in this hand, and that looks pretty all right. But then he has this hand up in the air with a thumb, I'm guessing, but also a hand holding this photo that he took of himself, but he has a different face, a different camera, just kind of goofy. But it is very, very cool that you could generate icons this fast, and they actually look pretty good. By no means are any of the icons I generated today the best of what this software can do. If you search up Dolly 3 on Twitter right now, you will see absolutely everything. In fact, Big Games is using an AI-generated image for my restaurant right now that looks absolutely incredible. So the better prompt you give it, the better image you will receive. And this is going to start becoming very scary for some. Now it's time to get into the future of GFX for an independent creator. But first, if you're enjoying this video, drop a like for your boy, and stay tuned until the end for some of those fantastic questions from you guys. All this talk of AI and perfectly generated icons for Roblox games seems daunting. The reality is all of this may be efficient and game-changing for some of us, and for others it's gonna be a very scary storm to pass. But I make development content, not scary videos. So let's try to remove a little bit of that fear from you GFX creators out there.
Why even make a video about it?
I know that will be a question from a few of you guys in the comments. No matter what side of AI you're on, it's important to stay educated. That's why I make my videos anyways. I confidently do not believe this AI is gonna remove jobs from all GFX designers. As cool as the icons look, this is more of a tool for low-budget teams that can't hire developers or GFX designers, or even for GFX designers to get a point across before doing all of the work. Say you're getting a commission, you can hop up here and type in exactly what they want and at least get ideas on how to set your scene. Maybe get some posing references, or take inspiration from the way the lights are hitting the characters. This should be looked at as a tool, not the final product. And of course, if you want a super unique icon, having a professional artist is always the way to go. Overall, I think the AI situations will come and go. The storm will feel scary at first, but the style will get boring. Every single AI-generated icon you see, if you scroll on Twitter or even in this video, has the same style. And the only reason it's so cool right now is because that style seems new. But if everyone starts using these, the style's gonna get pretty boring and played out pretty fast. I think it's super cool for quick little challenge games like making a game in an hour, or any of those cash grab teams who just make 50 games that are all the exact same game with a different asset. Yeah, they're probably gonna love this. Creators and devs can both agree that AI's not here to really take jobs. Most of us think it's just here to improve our workflows. And I think that's the mindset you need to adapt when it comes to AI in general. That's gonna wrap up another video. If you wanna see more videos like this, check out the little, it's on this side, check out the little tab. Boom! Subscribe and hit the bell to never miss any future videos. And for those who stayed till the end, let's answer a few questions from our last video. We have 3 questions today from fans about their builds. The first question is from, I genuinely don't know how to say this name. I'm going with Ripe. Hopefully that's right. He says, what was the first Blender tutorial you ever watched? And do you have any recommendations for learning Blender? I'd say my first tutorial was the donut one. However, it's a long series and I sort of watched like 5 minutes of it and then never watched him again, then just hopped around to random tutorials. If I had to learn Blender today, restarting everything, I would look up one thing specifically that you want to know how to make. Let's say a tree, for example. Watch 10 different tutorials on how to make a tree, and all of them will give you one little piece of different advice. With this, you'll be able to find what workflow works the best for you, and pick up on a few different tips from each video. After you're confident in making trees, you can look up how to make something else. All of this will stack up and just help you learn Blender without having to learn the whole thing as a whole, because that is daunting. Thanks for the question. Number 2 is from Gavin's VR World Official. He asks, how do you add textures to your Blender models and make them stick to Studio? I have a 60-second texturing tutorial on this channel, which is probably the easiest way to do it. But to make things super easy, right here we have a cube, and right here we're gonna open a color palette. If you don't have a color palette, you can get this one from my Discord. Anyways, what we're gonna do is press U, hovering over this cube, project from view, and now wherever we put this cube, it will be the color of our item. So let's just scale this in and scale it up. Perfect. And then let's go to this little checkerboard thing, click new, click this little yellow dot, image texture, and then just select our color palette. Now, if we press Z and go to material preview right here, we can have the texture. Now you want to know how to make it stick. Well, this is pretty simple. Export this as an FBX file and upload this texture color palette onto Roblox as an image. Once you do that, anything that you upload with this texture palette will have the color. Hopefully that helped you out, and thank you for the question. Last but not least, We have a question from iPlaysG, and he says when he models, sometimes after he imports to Studio, he has to check double-sided. And he says that makes his models look even worse. I guess the question is simply, what's the problem and how do I fix it? Let's hop into this example. So if we just switch this back to solid view, and let's flip this face. We'll close all the extra stuff to make this the least amount of confusing. So if we click this drop down and click face orientation, you can see that we have a red face. Now, if you have a red face in Blender, that means it is inside out. Roblox, or really any game engine, renders this as invisible. And if you click double-sided, it simply puts the face here and here. We don't need to do that. If you go into edit mode and just press A to select everything, and then Shift N, it will recalculate the faces. Make sure you're selecting it, Shift N, and boom. Now we don't have any red faces, which means we don't have any invisible faces, and then you won't have to use double-sided in Roblox. Hopefully that helps you out. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to drop your questions for the next video down below in the comments for the chance to be featured in the next one. Have a great day. Later.